This farm, we've been kind of on it for several hundred years, but we've had some bit of it. It's not like a big estate that we've had. But my father, I remember tracing it back to 1780s, I think back 8 generations from him. So there's been kind of contiguous occupation for about 9 generations, but it's not, I don't think we've owned the same bit for more than 2 generations of any of that, you know.
So you grew up in this house then here?
No, I didn't grow up in that house. I actually grew up in a small house just across the road until I was 8. And then I remember on Christmas Eve moving into this house in Christmas Eve 1972. Tractors and trailers going over and back across the road, bringing stuff. You can imagine the excitement though, 8 years old, moving into a new house on Christmas Eve.
Brilliant.
Good old memory. 12 years ago, you know, when everything was going bad in this country, we were thinking, you know, how do we actually farm some energy? Because everyone wants energy. And what about the grain is, you know, it's God's pellet. It comes in a pellet. At the time, we'd set up a business, Grain Eco, that was going to, you know, do this and promote this. And we were looking at sort of small scale industrial. You know, we thought there was a niche in the market. There was, but by the time we were ready to do it, there wasn't a market left in the niche. You know, So we didn't lose our shirts in it or anything, but the thing just quietly folded along with the rest of the economy. But we did put in a boiler ourselves here for the house that just runs away on. We use about 6 tons of oats a year. I have to save a fair bit of money before I'll be back into the money. It will happen over my lifetime, but I'm kind of doing it because I like doing it. And it feels kind of nice to be producing you know, it's a bit like burning your own sticks. It's kind of a nice heat. See, this field had mustard in it along with the winter oat volunteers over last winter, so the whole thing was green and actually up sort of waist high with the mustard. And the idea of these is kind of biodiversity, that you're keeping something growing in the soil the whole time. The sort of soil fauna has something to live off, mining nutrients from lower down, you're returning them back into the ground. So I didn't write the book, but I'm reading it at the moment. You can see here, there's where the worms have pulled whatever was left. This is a great sign. That's a bit of mustard left there. The straw was chopped after the oats here. And you know, after winter oats, you always get an awful lot of volunteers, so the ground's going to be quite green anyway. So rather than fighting with them, we decided we'd work with them. I genuinely, I'm not saying this because you're wearing the shirt, but I think this is the best thing to happen. The best thing to happen in grain growing in Ireland in a long time. I really like the idea of the provenance of the barley. I think, yeah, I'm delighted that it's showing up such interesting results, because I think like the barley is both in beer and whiskey. Like it should be the main thing. I think, you know, the age of hops is over. I think it's barley's time, you know, and we grow barley. We don't grow hops, but the barley has to, you know, it should be giving you loads and loads of character. So I think it's a fantastic project, and it's great to be associated with it.